Yo, what's up, Mystical? Good evening. Yo, Bonnie, what up? Nice. You guys can chat. Cool. I did it. We did it. How's it going, guys? Good evening to you all. I love that we're doing this. I need to start doing these more periodically so that way I can interact with everybody. Ready with so many questions. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Whenever you're ready, shoot away. I mean, we got an hour and this is all for you guys, right? So I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you guys have as a community. As I said in a prior post, I really want to start connecting with you guys more. You guys are the foundation of this becoming big. Yeah, shoot away, type up and we will answer them. So I have been trying to manifest living with my boyfriend in marriage. I know that I should start with living with him. What do you suggest on how I can achieve this? So I'm gonna answer that question directly, but I first want to answer with looking at it from a different perspective. Life is you. And so we see life through the filters of our subconscious beliefs. So what you're doing, like when you're doing the techniques, you're doing the filling, what it's doing is it's creating a subconscious impression. The result of the subconscious impression is that you then see it appears, keyword, it appears as though there are things happening outside of you. I don't even think the outside's there. What's happening is things changed within you. And so when you're manifesting SP back, all it did is you made a subconscious impression through the medium of feeling, and then it appeared as events happening outside of you, but really what's happening is it's within your mind. So in order for you to live with your SP, the key fundamental behind this is to really live in the feeling. I made a video and it was a controversial video, but my point was this, is that when we try to change our subconscious impressions with just thoughts, with affirming, what usually ends up happening is that it brings up more of the feeling of what you don't want. So this is why I suggest to reach that meditative state, reach that state of awareness or void, and then just say, thank you that I have the perfect relationship, with the emphasis of feeling it to be true. Then you'll notice after you have the feeling, you'll naturally start thinking about your person ideally. This is the key. So what I was sharing was focus on the feeling first and then the thought second. Yeah, so he was just reflecting your doubts though, right? Because it's all happening within you. Like we think that something outside of us is doing something, but really it's something inside of us. I haven't ever had a doubt that I had. It's not a coincidence that your specific doubts are what you see expressed outside of you. It's tailored to you. It is you. So anything he said to you was things that you said or imagined within you or felt to be true as possibilities before he ever said anything. It's not about the other person. The other person, I don't even think anybody else exists, if I'm completely honest. You're experiencing you. And so none of this matters. Just simply, what would the feeling be like? My person loves me. My person adores me, because the kingdom of heaven is within you. You are creating it within you, and everything is experienced within you. There is nothing experienced without. What if you don't react to something, but your natural thoughts aren't popping up 100% from alignment on desire? Did your belief change since you no longer react? So I found that my beliefs change when there's very little thought about the thing. Like for instance, whenever we're doing the, what would the feeling be like, or I'm imagining or something, and I'm having that lovely state of being, I don't have any thoughts about anything unlovely. And furthermore, I probably don't even have any thoughts about my SP. And if I do, they're kind ones, right? Or they're loving ones. So if things are coming up to the contrary, what this means is that's an opportunity you again to just go within and quickly affirm to desires to have. Life is you. What do I want? I want the loving relationship. I want to feel adored. I want to feel important. I want to feel appreciated. I want to feel whatever it is. And then go within and satisfy that feeling. And you'll notice automatically, you'll then start thinking ideally. You probably won't even think about SP after that. This is all you do. You literally just keep going into that feeling because again, life is you. So when you're desiring something, really what you're doing is you're desiring to remind yourself that it's yours. This one's going to be busy. Yeah, it's probably going to be busy. Although, to be fair, I didn't give very many people a very big head start. I thought I made a post a while back letting people know, but I didn't. So people got like a 20-minute, like, hey, I'm here. Yeah, so Mystical, do you feel like that question was answered for you? Okay, cool. Jonathan, what up, bro? My SP and I have got into friends direction for the last 2 years, working together as well. I've manifested or prioritized me more recently, but want to believe romance will happen. Suggestions? Yeah. So Jonathan, this kind of ties in with mystical stuff. The relationship that you're looking for is within you. You're wanting to manifest this relationship with the person, but it's not going to magically happen until you first give it to yourself. So when you're thinking of the situation, go to what do I want? Focus on what do I want? And then remember to desires to have. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Nothing comes from outside of you, it comes from within you. And so then go ahead and do your technique. You can just simply realize or acknowledge your desires to have. You can imagine something and then feel it as done. And you'll notice you prayed correctly because you will be satisfied in that moment. You won't be thinking about why I'd like this or what's this dynamic or I need this or I'm thirsty for this. You'll feel as though you have it. This is the point. This is what that prayer means. When you pray, believe, I always like to put in quotations, feel that you have received now, and it shall be added onto you. The Father adds it onto you. The players all do whatever they need to do by the Father doing the work. Our only job is to, when we desire to have something, is to pray and feel as though we now have it. That's it. You want a loving relationship? That's great. Feel as though you now have a loving relationship. Question people have or a challenge people have, well, what does that feel like? The best way that I can describe it, because when I say gratitude, you may interpret that as excitement. When I say happiness, you may interpret that as joy. So whatever you feel, whatever you would describe as when you receive something that you loved, what does that feel like to you? Because that's what you want to feel when you're praying. That feeling there, whatever that is to you. You're welcome, Mystical. Ogre, what is your future plan for the channel? Dude, I'm planning on blowing up. I'm doing a collaboration with how do I forget the guy's name? I've been following him for years. It's on my phone. Brian Tracy. I'm doing a collaboration with Brian Tracy and Stephen Puller. I'm planning on blowing this up, right? Like my vision is to have this replace the old dating coaches where they talk about be no contact for 30 days and then all this other stuff. I'm planning on completely replacing that idea. That's such a common thing. I remember looking back at that 10 years ago, right? Oh, do the no contact. And you had that one dude. What was his name? It was a bald guy. Seems like us bald guys are kind of running things. It was a bald guy, but he would talk about no contact. Anyways, my vision is to completely take that over. I mean, I'm talking about like million subscribers. I'm having a conversation with somebody after this that's into public speaking. So I'm gonna look into public speaking. I'm gonna start doing workshops and stuff. Last chamber went public. We had 20 something. So if they're able to comment, it should be more. So I'm strongly hoping for it. I appreciate you, Nicholas. Dude, I already know shit's gonna blow up, bro. Like I recently within the last couple of weeks have just been like visualizing and finally desiring this. So I know that it's just gonna blow up. Can you be wrong, have the wrong idea about people and they aren't that way? Or can others be right and you're wrong, but don't recognize you're wrong? Trying to figure it out with everyone as you pushed out. Can you be wrong about people and they aren't that way? Or can others be right and you're wrong, but don't recognize you're wrong? I don't know why that really confuses me. So I'll just answer this in a general way. So people are just going to show up in a manner or a way that you assume that they are, right? So I'll give an example. Like, here's the funny thing. I used to always say that my wife was like an avoidant attachment. This is a very common thing where I have judgments about people. The one that was being avoidant was me because I was perceiving it in a certain way. I was fearing losing love. That what I did is I was the avoidant, right? And so I think that's the funny thing is like a lot of people think that they're the anxiety attachment, but really they're pushing the person away because they're afraid. And so anyways, but the point is though, is that they appear that way as I'm in that state where I'm having those anxieties, those fears come up. They're appearing to separate themselves from me. Again, showing me what I'm doing within me. So it's just me. Hopefully that answers your question, Rachel. Sorry, I tried to read it, but it was like that thing Peter Piper picked a pickle thing, like where it kind of caught me up. I lost my SP. You don't lose anything as long as you're aware of them. There's no losing anything. You can always manifest them back. Gorov. Inspired. How do we get into the void state? Can I focus on a ball of light over and over till I feel good, then affirming for SP? So the best way I found to reach the void state is going to be to become aware of space in your room. And the reason why this works is because your mind is always thinking about an object. That's what keeps it going. That's what keeps it racing. That's what keeps it obsessing. Think about the person. It has a story associated with this object. So the way that you clear it is by thinking of no thing. Bring your awareness, not think, not judge, not tell a story about it, not analyze it, but observe it. You can observe things. I can observe my hand without judging my hand. So observing the space that's around you will automatically put you into a void state because you're thinking of no thing, which then makes your mind silent. So that's one of the keys. Then you can do breath work. Sure, you can focus on an object. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. You're going to notice because you're going to start feeling more relaxed. This is a big indicator that you're starting to release, you're starting to reach more of a deeper brainwave is you're relaxing. You're not having continuous chatter and all the stress. Can I manifest an ex that lost attraction to me and doesn't want to talk to me right now? I fear I've damaged the connection beyond repair. You absolutely can, but I will tell you that with that story, since life is you have to change the way that you feel about that thing, right? So I share often that really if you break down an assumption is a thought that you feel to be true. You feel confident about it. You feel satisfied about it. You feel you're sure it's that way. It's an energy. It's a consistent energy about that object continuously. Right? Like my ability to speak. Anytime I think about my ability to speak, I feel confident. I know I'm great at speaking. I feel empowered speaking because I have a belief that I'm good at speaking. So then everything shows back to me that I'm good at speaking, from comments to people to et cetera, et cetera. This is all energy is, right? It's a thought followed by an emotion that's consecutively repeated over and over and over again until every time I think about that object, I have that same energy towards it. Think of anything in your life that's going wonderful for you. You have certain thoughts about it, you have certain emotions about it, and it creates a wonderful experience for you. Now you may go, Joseph, I got a question. I'm saying that to myself because it is that way now, but it's incorrect. You first thought highly of yourself, or you first built a belief in yourself about that thing, and then that thing showed up lovely. You just forgot about the seeding time, the time that you planted the seed. We forget about those times where we're planting the seeds or we're feeling them to be true, and then we start experiencing them. And all we remember is in the current moment how our 3D brain is judging what we're experiencing. We forget what we did in secret. So, anyways, long story short, you can, but you have to change the story within you because life is you. So, if you want to change somebody, you have to change you because life is you. There is no one else. How do I stop with negative thoughts or frustration when feeling things aren't happening as fast as I want them? It becomes the snowball effect and you get really feeling really bad and it's hard to get out of it. That's the point of the meditations that I suggest, right? Like the meditations are going to help you to center yourself. They're going to help you to break out of those cycles of that pain and that frustration. And then again, like I answered the question from somebody else. What is it that you're wanting? You're wanting the loving relationship. Well, you're feeling frustrated because you're not feeling like you have that. The moment that you feel like you have it and you acknowledge that you have it, you're satisfied. You're only frustrated or mad or whatever whenever you don't feel like you have this thing. That's when you go searching. That's when you go wanting and desiring and needing and lacking, is when you feel like you don't have it. When you don't feel like you're loved, then you go look for proof. You fulfill it within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Seek first the kingdom of heaven, and it shall be added onto you. That's all you got to do. 2 desires to have. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I've been there. I have had a challenging time. I remember it. But it really is a solution. It does make it a lot better when you can practice them. So I have manifested my SP before, like from friends' romantic partner, but the time with the same SP, I have some guilt. Also, I know that it was just a reflection of assumptions towards me. Yeah, you have guilt. So the meditation, that courageous heart meditation I suggested, huge for that. I noticed that the times that I think negative, or I bring up regret, or I bring up fear, or I bring up any of these things, is when I haven't opened up my heart yet. It sounds silly, but trust me from experience. Do it, and you're going to experience the same thing. When you feel gratitude, when you're feeling love often, when you're feeling joy often, when you're feeling like your heart's open, the last thing you want to think about is anything that's painful, that's judging. When I'm feeling grateful, I don't want to judge anybody. When I feel like shit, I am pissed off at the world. Change, work, do that meditation, open up your heart, feel that love. I'm telling you, within a week, week and a half, you will feel a distance. Nick, if you're still in here, dude, vouch for it because I know your life has changed drastically from it. Dating while manifesting SP. My personal opinion is I would not do it. My reason why is that I believe that my subconscious picks up on everything that I'm doing. And if I'm taking actions that aren't in alignment with the version of me that I'm manifesting, it seems very confusing for me within. Now, does that mean that you should not do it? Absolutely not. You should do whatever you feel led to do or what you feel like is best. You can do it. People succeed. I'm saying from my own personal opinion, it would be contradicting for me because I would be manifesting this person and then I'd be taking actions to the complete contrary of that. But just, ask yourself what feels right. You do know best. Kate, what up? What up, Kate? FYL. Let me drink a water real quick. My throat's like dry. I've woken up today feeling much better than yesterday, feeling excited when I think about my SP. Is that what you mean by that's you change your energy? Like, that's the thing that I really want people to understand. And I know it's hard to understand because we have the 3D senses. But you imagine everything first, fourth dimensionally, before you experience anything third dimensionally. It just, there's no debate about it. I watch my inner self and I'll entertain something within a short amount of time. I'll give you an example of this, actually. I shared this in, by the way, if you guys aren't part of the school program that I put on the membership page or on my About Me page, make sure you join it. It's free. We do like 2 calls a week, 3 calls a week. We're just adding a crazy amount of value inside of the school program. There's a bunch of members now. We've almost had 100 members already. Make sure you join that because it's more calls where you can get your questions answered. My vision is to help everybody. And the more that you can keep reinforcing this information and thinking the way that I do, the more you're going to succeed, right? Like the way I think equals just magic with manifestation. So I went off on a tangent. What was the question? Feeling excited when I think, yeah, so you're changing your energy. Your SP doesn't exist, right? Like he exists in your imagination. He exists in your mind. And so when you change the way you feel about your SP, you then see the appearance of the SP then changing. But all that happened is you changed you. The best way I can describe this is like your reality is like a virtual reality game. You have no idea you're in a virtual reality game and you're wearing goggles and things appear to be real to you and your senses appear to be, you're playing freaking Fortnite, but you think it's real. It's really happening in here. And the SP appears to be doing things, but really what happened is things happen within you, which change your subconscious impressions, which change the virtual reality game you see. So yes, but yeah, you want to change it to where you're feeling the love and the excitement for the relationship. I like to think that if my desire is so strong regarding my SP, and I've been with many SPs, but with none of them, I felt a strong connection. So I like to tell myself that it's meant to be. Yeah. I mean, really, who decides that, right? You do. Like I had to decide for me, like, is my wife my person? And like my wife's my person, right? I knew it in my heart. Sometimes, when you're in past relationships, like you want to be in a relationship or get a relationship back because your ego's hurt, or you want to feel complete or whatever. To me, I'm not a big fan of manifesting people back when that's the case. When it's your heart's desire, like within you, it's your person, well then manifest them. I think the problem is partly I don't believe I can have it. The nice thing is principles, you don't need to believe you can have it. All you need to do is just do the fundamentals of just feeling as though you have it. That's literally the only requirement of you. My SP is very almost miserable. He isn't affectionate. It's hard to not react to the 3D. So Bonnie, your SP is just reflecting subconscious impressions that you have. And it's hard to see. I'll give you an example. I'm trying to think of one that I had within the last week. I had this revelation that I can't remember what it is. I need to start writing this shit down whenever I come up with them. I had a revelation anyways, though. I didn't realize I was in doing an activity or I was working on an endeavor, right? Business related. And I was feeling some resistance to the idea of being successful here. And it was in regards to public speaking. I don't remember exactly what it was. I had no idea that I had that subconscious impression there. I had no idea I had that fear. I had no idea that it was even there until I got into a situation where there was an outside circumstance that then triggered it, which showed me it's not the outside circumstance because the outside circumstance is neutral. Again, I see life through the subconscious impressions. So it's me. And so what you're saying, like saying that he's miserable, this is based upon your 3D. And so if you're going to change your SP being ideal, you have to start seeing your SPB ideal, and you have to continue to see your SPB ideal because, again, you change you and then they change. That's how creation works. We change ourselves in the way we see them, and then they change to mirror us. So when you catch yourself doing the normal, judging what you don't love, just remember, well, what is it that I desire here? That my SP is lovely to me. Okay? 2 desires to have. The kingdom of heaven's within me. Thank you, Father, that I have the perfect SP. You have it again where it comes up. Wonderful. Remember this mantra. If you can, write it down on a sticky note or something, because this is the truest thing ever said. Life is you, so change you to change your life. Life is you, change you to change your life. You see an issue outside of you, it's an issue within you. You see a lack somewhere, it's a lack within you. You see a problematic person, it's a problem within you. It's never to do with anybody else. Do you need a team for your channel in the future? I am definitely open to it. You can shoot me an email. Yeah, I'm planning on doing some big shit. What do you think about the manifest on time crunch? My birthday is coming. I really want to spend it with SP. Is it possible? What should I do for this case? I'm not a fan of those. Like, can you? Absolutely. I'm not a fan of the pressure though, because when you're pressuring yourself, you're going to focus on the lack more. You're going to wondering if you're doing it right more. You're going to be looking for proof and validation more. Just be in the loving relationship now. Like that's because that's going to be the quickest way that it happens for you. The more that you sit there and you keep like, I got to have this. You're just creating more of what you don't want within yourself, which then creates it without outside of you. Attracting everyone but SP for some reason, even new people. Damn, you got the Riz, bro. I like it. Maybe. Yeah, it's well. As I always say, we have different energy towards everybody, right? I have a different energy and assumption about my uncle than I do about my brother. So I have a different relationship with the two of them. Like every object in space, we have a different energy or a different assumption about. Like when you really pay attention to this, you'll notice, like as you keep exploring the inner world, you have your energy that you have about the thing determines your relationship with that thing. Like Nikola Tesla was so accurate when he said that everything is explained in energy and vibration. That's all an assumption is. That's all a belief is. It's simply energy that you have about an object, right? Like anything you're grateful for is going great. Anything that you're not grateful for is not going great. Just kind of how it works. It's hard to understand. For example, me telling my dog out of nowhere to act like a cat. From now on, you're a cat. You live like a cat. Eat like a cat. You feel like a cat. Meow like a cat. A dog would. Will look at me like I was completely and totally freaking crazy, but I'm a dog. I mean, the funny thing is, like, realistically, you probably could get your dog to act like a cat. But why would you want to, though, right? Like, I mean, you absolutely can. Dogs do all types of crazy ass shit. That's hilarious. In context of the law, if desired SP is a particular sexual orientation to other, you are another, can we shift to really where we can be together? And I don't mean being manipulative. Well, you can't be manipulative, right? Because life is you. So the only person you're changing is yourself. Unless you're planning on kidnapping this person and trying to convert them, that's a complete utter different thing. That would be considered manipulation. So I'm not suggesting that. But if you're changing yourself in the way that you see the person, there is no manipulation. You're changing you. This is why you're not affecting free will. This is why you're not controlling. This is why you're not forcing. Is because you are changing you. So in order to manifest my ex that lost attraction for me is currently ignoring me, you said I have to change myself. What exactly should I change? It's just simply people spend time on self-concept and doing this and doing that. What, like, I don't get the self-concept idea because, like, you're God, right? So, like, what? I've never worked on self-concept for SP manifestation. It just doesn't make sense to me. My thing is, I go to the end, as Neville talks about. What do you want? You want a loving relationship where she's attracted to you. Okay. Then feel that is true now. Again, what does the feeling feel like? When you receive something. If you needed $500 and I said, hey, Trenton, here's $500. How you feel? Satisfaction, the gratitude, the appreciation. This is what you're feeling whenever you pray you have received. You're feeling something like this. This is what it means to pray successfully. And then you just maintain it. Maintain that feeling until every time you think about that person, that feeling is what comes to you, and it is normal and natural to you. Message retracted. Did I answer your question, Sobek? I have no way of being contacted or contacting my significant other. It's so hard to ignore the 3D and being okay with knowing he'll reach, but not knowing how that will happen. That's the beautiful thing is like you really don't have to. Like when you fully grasp what I'm saying, that life is you. So change you to change life. Like if you have the relationship within you, it's going to happen. Like it has to happen. It'll be added on to you. It's not your responsibility to. You don't do anything. You can't do anything furthermore. As Neville says, you can do nothing to aid the realization of a manifestation. You want to do something, but you can do nothing. So all we do is what we're told in the Bible. Pray. That's our only power. Pray. Feel that we have. Pray. Feel that we have. Pray. This is it. We can't do anything else. I'm going to give you guys an example to kind of illustrate this for you. About a month ago, I was going up north with my wife. We were going to celebrate her birthday. A couple of weeks prior to us going up north, I didn't have my driver's license. Something happened where I lost my wallet. You can ask my wife. It's pretty regular occurrence for me to lose shit. I lose my wallet. I had my driver's license in my drawer here, and I'm driving around, and for whatever reason, I just never brought my driver's license in my car. So I kept saying, I'm going to get pulled over by a cop. And then I have a gun in my glove box, and I'm like, he's going to ask if I have a gun in the car. Another affirmation I've had for years, you can ask my brother on this is on my life. I can do a 125 and I will not get a ticket. I get out of tickets continuously. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. So those were my assumptions. I was playing this out because I was having 3D thinking. I was going, well, because I don't have my license, here's point B, here's point C, here's the next step after that not happening. I wasn't imagining. I wasn't just imagining it was going to be an ideal trip. I was having 3D thinking. Oh, I lost my license. This is the next step that's going to happen to me. Okay, so we're going up. Now we fast forward. We're going up for my wife's birthday. I'm doing everything I can 3D wise to make sure that I'm driving between the lines. In my opinion, I'm doing the speed limit, right? I'm paying attention to every sign. I'm driving safe. I have my wife and my kid in the car, and I'm like, I'm going to drive extremely safe. Lo and behold, Joseph gets pulled over. The cop comes up to my door, just like I imagined. Do you have your license? No, I do not. Do you have your insurance? Yep, it's right here, and I have it on the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, do you have a gun in the car? Yes, I do. It's in the glove box. Go ahead and step out of the car, he tells me. Cool. I'm tatted up. I don't appear to, obviously I'm a good person, but he doesn't know me. I look like could be, not. So he has me step out of the car and he's talking to me about my car. Oh, I love Porsches. I used to work at a Porsche dealership. You ever drove a 911, et cetera, et cetera. Like, nope. So he goes, hey, so check this out. You were doing 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. You don't have your insurance, which I can give you a citation for, and you don't have your driver's license, which I could technically repo your car. But I'm going to let you go if your driver's license comes back legit. I just need your driver's license number. Okay, cool. I give him the driver's license number. He lets me go. So what happened there? Joseph prayed 3 weeks earlier about a circumstance that would happen. The Father did everything else. It was added on to me. There was nothing my 3D self could do to aid it or to stop it. Everything I was doing, I was trying to drive safe. I was paying attention to the speed limit. It did not matter one bit. Because again, my only power is my ability to pray. Any action I need to take will happen automatically to fulfill that. So in this case, my assumption or my imagining overrid my continuous conscious effort to drive the speed limit. Hopefully you guys get a picture of this. Your 3D self can't do anything. It is the 4D self that feels something to be true, keeps imagining it to be true, and then you go through a bridge of incidences that there's nothing that your 3D self can do to aid it. It just happens the way it needs to, and then you manifest them. All right. Can you speak about versions and shifting to your desired one? I mean, it's all happening within your head, right? So you're just shifting. Like when you make a new impression or you make a new subconscious impression or a new belief, you see a different thing through your virtual reality screen. Like that's really all that happens. You impress your subconscious, it created a different filter, which appears as others changing. Really, all that happened is you changed you. Sometimes I imagine how would my SP think about me, miss me? What are the moments she would miss? Is it affecting her somehow? Yeah, Sobek, I mean, it's again, she's just you. So whatever you're thinking is happening is what's happening, like to the T. I'm actually going to do another video on this about this because I was manifested by my wife. I never made a video on it. I kind of did, but I didn't go into detail of like how it affects you, how it overcomes like your consciousness continuously. You just feel like a like pulled. I don't. It's hard to explain, but I'll do my best in my next video. But she's doing whatever you're assuming she's doing, whatever you're feeling she's doing. So assume that she's loving you, that she's manifesting you, that she's missing the shit out of you, that she adores you. These are the things that you want to entertain. I've been working on myself better than ever. Started 21-day challenge, bumped into SP, never thought about her. Now a couple months ago, she started dating someone. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people will say, well, I never thought about a third party or anything like that. I just knowing what I know, there's no way that it could happen without first being entertained. Like at some point you had to have entertained her being with somebody else or her being over you and never getting back. There had to be some assumption that you had about the relationship that caused that experience to happen. It just doesn't randomly happen. It can't. Like because life is you. So like you had to have had some thoughts about it prior. You may not have been aware of them, to be fair. A lot of these assumptions we do are unconscious or unwittingly, but it doesn't ever happen without there first being a time where we're entertaining that as a possibility. Do all your manifestations always happen within weeks or months only? I heard some say theirs took 4 years after they dropped it for SP. Holy shit. I mean, to me, like it should be pretty quick. Like it's when you're in the state of the wish fulfilled and you like maintain this to where it's like normal for you to feel the way you feel towards SP. It no longer feels weird or forced for you to do it. It's like the normal for you to feel that gratitude, that loving relationship with your SP. It's pretty quick. 4 years to me sounds like there was a lot of indecision. There was a lot of inconsistency. There was a lot of giving their power away to, I wonder how SP's thinking instead of just going, SP is the way that I feel that they are, which is the truth. 4 years is a crazy long time for manifestation. I mean, I decided, so I'll give you an example. I decided like randomly, I got a wild hair at my ass about a week and a half ago or so, where I started imagining that I'm like crazy successful and I went viral and stuff, which I haven't ever done because I wanted to be helpful, but I never desired to be like crazy big in the manifestation community until the last week and a half. So now I know I'm going to be because I have the desire. So I went to bed saying, you know, I'm famous. I woke up the next day to an email from Stephen Pooler talking about a Brian Tracy collaboration. So like that's a pretty big manifestation to happen next day. I just can't imagine that if you're actually feeling like you're in a loving relationship, it takes more than, I would say, a couple of weeks at max. Do all your messages always, I already answered that. Can we affirm that someone leaves someone's life for good? Yeah. You can do whatever you want to, right? Because life is literally just you. So it's, you know, thankfully I don't see them anymore. Thankfully they moved on, or thankfully they're moved to wherever, and it's mutually beneficial for them. Always make sure you include it's mutually beneficial for them. They're doing wonderful. They're enjoying, because ultimately they are God. So treat them with love and integrity, even if you don't prefer to be around them. Like person above, have more people showing attraction to me than ever before. Although that's nice, I obviously want commitment, not attention. SP has more people than ever too. Makes me uneasy. Yeah, this is how to embody no one compares to me in her eyes, even in a place like New York City, by just filling that within you. Like how you feel about you, what you feel to be true within you is 100% in your control. Here's where people get into issues, is they're thinking from view of separation. There's me and there's them. A key to understand is there isn't a them. There is a you and there is God. It is God and God. There is no one else. It's just this 3D self, which is a manifestation of the unmanifested that makes appearances of separation, but in fact, there is none. So, what you assume to be true about your person is what is true about your person. It literally is law. Like, this is one of the biggest hangups for people, is thinking that they're fighting me, or they're doing this, or what if they're in a manifestation? There's all these, they're you. And so if you entertain that they're opposing you because it's you, God, commanding this within, filling this within, that's what plays out. If you just say, hey, they love me, they only want me, that's what plays out. So keep going within any time we think of it, then go about our day and repeat the process. Yeah, that's exactly right. You just stay in the wish fulfilled, right? It has to happen because it's you. You just give it to yourself. Because what we're doing with manifestation, like this is what if we really reflect on what's happening here, when we go, well, SP's doing this, SP's doing this, we are waiting for SP to give us a relationship. We're waiting for something outside of us to give us a loving relationship. But where is the loving relationship experienced? Within you. So then we don't get anything from outside of us. That's an illusion. That's a limited belief saying, when I get this, then I'll feel this. When I have this, then I'll feel this. That's a limited belief. There is no separation. You give it to you now. And you stay there that you gave it to yourself until you see it outside of you. As Neville Goddard said, to just kind of prove what I said, where life is you to change your life. One of my favorite quotes by Neville is that to a master, he knows that if he stays true to a state, the whole world could dissolve and it will manifest. I just realized I didn't have my fucking mic in this whole entire time. Hope it didn't sound like ass to you guys. Oh, that's them baseball hands right there, boys and girls. That's them baseball hands. Have you ever been in no contact? I have. What you're doing wrong is putting your hope in manifesting your ex back. That's, yeah, I mean, that is your opinion. This guy manifests his ex back. They have kids. He does not know what it's like to know. If that's what you believe, my friend, that's what you will experience. You are correct. Question. Oh no, it just went all the way down to the bottom. Question. I purged a lot within the past week and I have been having dreams nonstop of her. Have they been ideal dreams? Are they not ideal dreams? What kind of dreams have they been? Because I mean, I'm assuming if you're purging, then they're probably unideal dreams. But this is really actually a good thing, because you'll notice a lot of the times that you're going to purge, and it's almost as if your subconscious is releasing the old impressions, the old beliefs, as that is the old story, right? It's just showing what you used to believe. And so it's just meaning, the way I always look at it is your new subconscious impressions are being accepted. Dream, do not stop, and they mean nothing. Keep dreaming. Elsie is a funny dude. Yes, he is. He's a silly goose. Who broke your heart, Elsie? Much love to Elsie. Good from you, man. Wishing the best. I'm enjoying my life, and the dream just started, so I'm just figuring out what's happening. Hey, you know what, Beast? keep dreaming, bro. To me, I believe that the dreams which are in your heart are God wanting to experience them through you. So keep on grinding. I keep seeing signs of SP every day and dream of him. That's a wonderful sign, especially if they're ideal dreams. This means that your subconscious is being impressed. So just keep sticking with the technique. I mean, it really is that simple. We want to overcomplicate it and be like, well, this is happening, they're doing this, and it's literally just all about being in the fill and the wish to fill. It's our brains want to overcomplicate it, but really that's what causes your success. I've heard you can only manifest someone back if they saw feeling for you. Do you believe this? And then, of course, can you manifest someone back even if they've lost all feelings? Yeah, I don't believe it because I don't believe that there's anybody outside of me. There appears to be people outside of me, but it's actually an illusion. There's only God. A way that you can see this is if you've ever done meditation, you don't have the personality, you don't have the, what the hell just happened? I turned blue as shit. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Makes my beard kind of silver. If no, it went away. If when you're in meditation, you're in the void state, and you are just aware of being. Your personality goes away. Your identification of thoughts. Your thoughts go away. Your location on the map goes away. Your awareness of you goes away. That is God. That awareness of being, that stillness that is observing through you, through this 3D self that you call you, that is God. That thing that's aware, that never changes. Your beliefs change, your age changes, your body changes, the beliefs change, the people around change, the things you think change. That awareness is always the same 100% of the time. It has been since you were 5. It will be when you're 105, and it will be when we're dead 50 million years down the road from here, because it's God. It is all that there is. And it is the essence of everything that there is. And so there is nobody else. It just appears this way. So to answer your question, again, you're not changing them. You're changing you in the way that you see them, the way that you feel about them. Fear relapsing, whether it's right or wrong, that person is total shit. I know this is not good for my life. I am immature, so why would I want to go through a tough process in all too? Angel, would you mind rephrasing that? I don't know. I wasn't able to get anything out of that. Sorry for me 3 years later, still nothing. You sound like me 3 years ago. I went all in and deeper and don't come back now. I'm hoping others don't waste their life like me. Yeah, I mean, I get why you're feeling that way. There are a lot of people that go at it for a minute and they don't end up getting their person back. But I know from experience, though, that everybody can. I mean, I've helped hundreds of people get their SP back from crazy situations. I know that you can. The question is, are you going to understand the things that I'm talking about and practice them? Or are you going to continue to look as though there's separation? Are you going to continue to think your SP is opposing you? Are you going to continue to think that there's free will? Are you going to continue to think that your situation's too difficult? Are you going to continue to think that there's no way that it can work? Or are you going to do what you're told to do in the Bible, which is when you pray, believe you have received and you shall. Keep it simple. Because it's not your mind that manifests. It's not God does everything. Our only part is prayer. We change ourselves. That's the point of prayer. When I pray, I change me. And then as a result of changing me, I change my experiences. So if I can just keep it simple like that, understand, change me, change me, change me, change me, and leave SP alone, then I will successfully manifest them. If I think that I need to do something to SP, or I need to keep thinking about SP, I'm going to keep staying stuck. It's just the way that it works. Because all I'm going to do is I'm going to see that things aren't changing. I'm going to impress the same thing, and I'm going to create the same thing. It's going to be a vicious cycle of frustration and failure. So I have to break it by going within and doing what I'm told. To desires to have, give it to myself. What is this? I'm not sure what you're referencing to, Angel. This is a manifestation manifestation chat so I can hang out with SP manifestors, the community that manifests their people back. We're going to reinvent the wheel, boys and girls. I know it's fruitless, and you guys keep hoping, and I don't want you guys to keep hoping. Please kick the dude. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I would just give him the boot. All right, same Harambe. They were first non-ideal, but now they're ideal. Elsie, send me a message. You're on here, so obviously still feelings there. Yeah, we gave the man a boot. Hi Joseph, how to deal with pregnant third party? I don't know how to manifest it because of this, because my mind keeps thinking about the pregnant. Yeah, I get it as a challenging thing for sure. But really, it is a blessing for you, and the reason why is the more opportunity you get to realize that life is you, the less that you stop reacting to it, because you know that life is you. You just need to change you. Anything you're seeing is something that is a belief within you that's coming up to show you're being in sacred. And in that moment, when you don't react to it, you're releasing it. So what is it that you want? Cat with a wig. I like that. That's cool. What is it that you want, cat with a wig? And then feel as though you know have that. That is literally your only job. Keep filling it. Not to think about it. It's not pray and then think about it and make sure you find a solution to submit to God and all these other things. It's when you pray, believe you have received and you shall. That's it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to, none of that. And in fact, if you do, it's very hard to feel the wish fulfilled. So that's why I suggest the meditation state, because when you're in the meditation state, your rational mind stops, your overthinking mind stops, and you're just present. When you're in the present, you don't have the history, and you can say, thank you that I have the perfect relationship or whatever it is, and you can accept it and feel it. Sorry, bad English from Brazil. Brazil in the house. I have a question. My girlfriend is half American. She said she was going to the United States. How can I manifest she will stay here with me? Well, by feeling as though that's the way that it is now, right? Because your fear of separation or fear of her leaving manifested as this experience. And so to change it, you have to change your assumption internally. Again, it's not about her. She doesn't cause you pain. She doesn't do anything. All she does is play out your assumptions. And so change your assumptions. And you change your assumptions by continuously asking yourself and doing over and over again, what do I want? I want a loving relationship with this person where we live together. Okay, I now have that. And keep fulfilling it. Keep fulfilling it. Again, meditation. Courageous heart meditation. This is going to help you drastically across your life. I do it to all my coaching clients. Everyone does it, sees great results very quickly. What up, Self Alpha? Welcome to the chat. I never thought about it except when reading on videos. I would immediately change that. No way, with her saying that now in 3, it has me a little worried and aggravated. This isn't our end. Yeah, I mean, obviously I wouldn't accept it, right? It's regardless of your circumstances, it's the same thing. You give it to yourself now. It's like, what do you want? And then feel as though you received it. Like, that's literally all you do. You just continuously thank you that I have the perfect relationship. Thank you that they love me. What you're trying to do is you're trying to build that energy towards that person, that loving energy, that harmonious energy, that loving energy. Like, that's really what you want to continue to feel towards that SP over and over and over and over again until it's normal to you to feel that way about the SP. And then that's when they'll fall back to you. Is when you can think of them and your heart feels overfilled with love for them, you're very quick to manifest, very close to manifesting them. My dreams started randomly. Now I'm back in the game. They were not ideal at first, purging. And now they are ideal. And every day I look forward to going to bed. Yeah, dude, I relate to that. I relate to that. I love bed too. It used to be a nightmare because my mind would just torture me. But I love going to bed now because of sex. Even when negative thoughts or assumptions arise, I change them immediately. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly all you do. It's exactly correct. And take time too. Like, that's my biggest piece of advice. Keep taking time to withdraw your attention from your senses, like, pretty regularly. 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a day. And it doesn't need to be an hour session. It's just like 5 minutes here or whatever it is. And if you listen to affirmations, that's great. Why I'm not a big fan of affirmations, because I notice most people, when they do affirmations, they aren't doing them the way they're intended. And the way to do them to be intended is to actually feel them. Like, you are God, life is you. What's the point of fighting? What's the point of this repetition? Accept it. It's you. Life is you. You're God experiencing God. There is nothing else. You're all that there is. Accept it. And so that's why I like the romanticizing, because if you hold an affirmation in your mind for a little bit of time, just there in the center of your consciousness, you'll start accepting it. You'll start feeling it. It feels wonderful. And that puts you in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, right? Yeah, it's more of us moving toward letting the past. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's exactly what you want, right? This is a life-changing teacher. Thank you. I appreciate you. G777. You should add 7 sevens though, bro. You got to change that. Lucky sevens. I'm just kidding. Can you manifest someone who barely knows of you, your existence, and are far away from you? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Just going to be the same practice. I'm telling you, just bring them up and then feel as though, like, that to me is the point of your mind. The point of your mind is to act like a GPS system, right? When I think of the camera, I'm now on the thing that I want to direct the filling towards, or to create the belief towards. That's the point of the thought. The thought is to put me in the direction of the item. This person, that person. And then I feel the wish fulfilled. What would it feel like if I was in a loving relationship with them? That's different than if I said, what about with this business partner? What would the feeling be like if I was in a loving relationship with them? It'd be a complete and utter different thing. All right, guys, that is it for today. It is 7 o'clock. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to start doing this way more often because I love getting to know you guys, and I appreciate you all deeply. I got to jump on this other call here, but much love. Thank you guys for the support, and I love you all deeply.